is a game that should have been won. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Phillies Sets of Footycast. Today we're going to recap this afternoon spring training game between the Phillies and the Detroit Tigers as the Phillies lose 5-3 to the Tigers as they fail to hit a runner scoring position in this game. Now, guys, before we get into this video, please subscribe if you have not yet. Please turn on notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get into this. Chase Aaron is on the mound for the Phils. In this one, he was not very good. Once again, he wasn't absolutely terrible. He just wasn't as good. His cutter just wasn't cutting at all. Once again, he had no movement on the cutter. The slider was just okay. Not nearly as good. I mean, once again, he was going into this game. He was very, very good. Hadn't allowed a run in the spring training game going into this game. And that all changed today. Once again, we all knew that he couldn't keep it up. But not the best start at Chase Anderson today. And once again, we kind of failed to hit run scoring position in this game. And we had a lot of opportunities, and we couldn't get them done, including in the bottom of the ninth inning when he had bases loaded, 2 outs. And once again, we could not get the job done. Not really the end of the world here. It's still, it's spring training, and I understand this Detroit Tigers team is pretty pathetic, but once again, it's spring training, right? And of course, you're not going to win every game, especially in the regular season, right? I mean, you're not going to win every game. Once again, I mean, this Baltimore Orioles team, back in like 2018, they were losing 100+ games. Even when he played, the Baltimore Orioles, you still would occasionally lose to them. Kind of see this with the Detroit Tigers. Once again, horrible baseball team. They have some talent. This young kid, Aki Badu. I mean, once again, he's very, very good. He's something special, but they're a really, really young team. They have some, some older players there, of course, but this Tigers team is pretty terrible. It's not the end of the world. It is spring training. It is spring training. We almost had a JT sighting today. We're going to talk about that a little bit, but we start the scoring summary in the bottom of the first inning. Bases loaded, nobody out. Bryce Harper walks, a 4-pitch walk. A balk almost was, I don't understand how it wasn't a balk by Matt Manning. I don't understand that. He clearly started his motion. He went like this, you could tell he was about to throw the pitch, and Harper looked, he said, how is that not a balk? He went to the home plate umpire. I think that was Phil Cuzzy back there. He said, how is that not a balk? And nothing was done about it. Once again, it didn't matter because Harper ended up walking to load the bases, so it alluded to nothing, but that was a balk. He totally balked, and he got a break. If that was regular season, I'd be going harder on it, but it's spring training, so I'm not going to really scrutinize it too much. Once again, if it was regular season, I would be pretty furious. I wasn't happy about it, but I would really not be happy about it if it was regular season. But that was clearly a balk, and runners shouldn't advance the base. They should have advanced the base, but not the end of the world. I mean, Harper ended up walking, I believe, on the very next pitch. 4-pitch walk to Bryce Harper, and then Alec Bohm comes up, and he hits a rocket to second base. They get Harper at second. Then they throw back to first. The throw goes off the first baseman's glove. And that allowed manager McCutcheon and Odubel Herrera to score. And it is now a 2-0 Phillies lead. So the Phillies jump ahead 2-0 early in the bottom of the first inning. Taking advantage of some bad defense. But once again, I mean, that was a rocket. That was a rocket off the bat of Alec Bohm. That was a rocket. He crushed that ball. Now, the thing that's a little bit interesting about this is that Alec Bohm was credited with the RBI. He got 2 RBIs on this play, and he's lucky. He's really lucky because if this would have ended up, the way it was, I mean, if the first baseman would have done his job and caught the baseball, he wouldn't have got credited. I mean, only 1 run would have scored, and he would have not gotten an RBI. So he's lucky there. It was a fielder's choice error, and ended up, 2 runs scored, of course. And once again, he deserved it because, he crushed that ball. He crushed that ball. And I was just so disappointed because watching the game, man, he made solid wood on that, man. I mean, that ball was hit hard. And all he had to show for it, once again, I understand you didn't get a hit. It's amazing. You get this little blooper, the outfield falls in and goes down as a hit, and then you hit a screamer. Once again, it wasn't like a line drive. I mean, it was hit pretty hard, but it's so frustrating for him. He has the most simple approach I've seen out of a hitter. I love it. I just love how cool he is. He just doesn't, he's just simple. He's just so simple and just so clean and smooth. He's just a pure hitter. He is a pure hitter. He's one of the purest hitters on this team. Probably the purest hitter on the team. I mean, he's just so pure. I just love it. I just love watching this guy hit, and I talk about it every single time I bring up Alec Bohm's name, how much I love watching him hit. He's just a pleasure to watch at the plate. He's just a pleasure to watch at the plate. He's just awesome. He is just awesome. We got 2 runs on that play. And then the top of the third inning, the Tigers tie it up as Akin Badu. He homers on a fly ball to right field. That ball was destroyed. A 2-run shot also scores Jake Rogers. That was off of Chase Anderson. I believe that was a cutter, and that did not cut. As the Tigers now tie it at 2, a 2-2 ball game here. Once again, Chase Anderson, he tried to throw a cutter there, and he did throw a cutter, but it didn't have any movement. It was a cutter that did not cut. I believe that was just Ricky Batalgo said. But, and that was a pretty, he just missed his okay. And once again, he just couldn't execute his pitch there. That was the problem. He couldn't execute, and he left it in a really, really bad location. And, but dude, he's had himself a great spring. And you saw he had some power today, and you also saw he stole a base. He got some speed there. He's good. This is a Tigers team that's pretty inept. It's pretty bad. But you have a really, huge bright spot at Aki Badu. He is very, very good. And then they need to have it in the fourth inning. Another two-run home run is Nicky Goodrum. He homers on a fly ball, two right field, a two-run shot. That also scores Jonathan Scope, the former Baltimore Oriole and Milwaukee Brewer. And it is now a 4-2 Tigers lead. So the Tigers take a 4-2 lead. That was, again, off of Chase Anderson. The cutter, he had a lot of trouble cutting that pitch today. Of course, they have a lot of comparisons between the fastball and the cutter. You saw a lot of cutters that looked like fastballs because they just weren't, they didn't have a lot of movement. So that was the problem. Once again, he missed his location. He really, really missed his locations here. First run he gave up in spring training. It all started in the top of the third inning. He missed his location, gave his first run of spring training, first two runs of spring training that he allowed. And it happens again here in the top of the fourth. So really not the end of the world. You were still in this game at this point. The offense just wasn't there this weekend, period. Especially against the Toronto Blue Jays yesterday, lose that game 3-1, to lose this game 5-3. Not a lot of offense here, pretty boring. Then in the bottom of the seventh inning, we have a little fight as Ronald Trace grounds out to second base, and Roman Quinn comes around to score. It's now a 4-3 ball game, so we're like one run shy. Let's go. Let's go. We're right back in it, right? Only going down one run. We're right back in it. Then in the top of the eighth inning, I don't know what this was all about. Christian Bethancourt back there, a guy that hasn't seen a lot of playing time, and we were wondering why. What in the world was he doing back there? First of all, have a runner at first, and he throws it. I know they're trying to throw behind the runner, and then he advances to second base, and then there's another pass ball back there. Well, first of all, I blame this a lot on Christian Bethancourt. I would not call this a wild pitch. I call it a pass ball. Pass ball means it's the catcher's fault. Wild pitch means it's the pitcher's fault. This is a pass ball. The ball goes right behind him. He's looking like a deer in the headlights. He's like this. What's going on? What's going on? And then he's like, oh, I got to go behind me. And then and it was too late. It was too late. What in the world was that all about? And then a runner advanced to third. Two boneheaded decisions in one play. That throw to first base was atrocious. And then he has that deer in the headlights play. So two bad plays there. In the span of 5 minutes of each other, not even. So as Ben Davis said, that's just pretty pathetic. You wouldn't see JT do something like that. Once again, everybody makes mistakes, but that was abysmal. What in the world was he doing back there? Looking around like a deer in the headlights. What in the world was that all about? I've never seen anything like that before. You saw him, he put that on his story. Of course, mistakes are going to happen. I'm not going to say I've never seen anything like that before. Of course, you do some weird stuff. But that was just pretty. Two bad plays in a row. That's the thing I didn't really get about that. Then Christian Stewart singles on a ground ball to right field. Danny Woodrow scores. And it's now a 5-3 Tigers lead. And they go on to win with that score. 5-3 your final score. As the Phillies get handed, lost by the Detroit Tigers, a 5-3 loss. As once again, you're going to lose to these bad teams sometime. Not the end of the world. It is spring training, as I always bring up. But Manager McCutcheon, how about that nice sliding catch he made out in left field today? That was unbelievable. It looked like the 2013 MVP, Andrew McCutcheon. My, oh my, he sliding, he was getting dirty. He was loving that. Can you believe it? He looked like a healthy Andrew McCutcheon right there. He's a different player than he was last year. What was I saying? All throughout the shortened 2020 season, that's not Andrew McCutcheon. That's not Andrew McCutcheon. That doesn't look like Andrew McCutcheon. And sure enough, I was right. It's just that was not him. And now he's kind of returned. He's not going to be an MVP like it was back in 2013. But I think we're going to see a 2019 Andrew McCutcheon, especially if he can get on base a lot. He's going to be a huge asset at the top of the lineup. I believe back in 2019 he was on pace to set the most walks out of a leadoff hitter. That is pretty awesome. Duber getting a knock today. That was pretty nice to see. Bryce Harper, an opposite field single. He hit that ball pretty hard. Then he grounded right into the shift. That would have been a single. This shift is just so bad for baseball. It's taken away a lot of the offense. And they talk about, having the game, making the game more fun. And once again, I understand that shift is part of the strategy of the game, but you have to understand, strategy and also saving the game. Would you rather have some more strategy in the game or rather save the game? Because if you take away the shift, it's going to help, get more of the younger generation involved because there's going to be more offense and, it's going to be more excitement. Or you'd rather just keep it the same, with this whole strategy thing. Once again, hit against the shift. But the shift takes away so much offense. It's just oh my goodness gracious. Because that ball, was hit way past the first baseman on his left. If you are the first baseman, it was hit on the right side of him. and he wouldn't have been able to get it. He wouldn't have been able to get that. So, and that would have been a single. Of course, the shift, did him in again. He ended up grounding out to second base, technically, in the right field. So that was pretty disappointing. Once again, I mean, Bryce, not bad. I mean, he hit that RBI double yesterday against the Toronto Blue Jays. Alec Boehm getting a knock, and also, I'm not even going to count because that fielder's choice, man, that ball was a rocket. That ball was a rocket. Once again, simple approaching, getting that line drive to left field. That was after the Bryce Harper singled to left field. Then Alec Boehm came up in an 0-2 count, might I add, and then singled to left field. That was great to see. Matt Joyce, got into that double play. That ball was hit pretty hard, though. So we were hitting a lot of balls hard. We were getting a lot of solid contact today. I will say that, which is pretty nice to see. My man Derek Hall getting another knock. My man Luke Williams getting another knock. So once again, I mean, this Phillies offense, we had a lot of opportunities to score. Mickey Moniak, he put some good swings on the ball today. I was pretty impressed with him. But we could have won this game. We could have won this game. Even in that bottom of the first inning. I mean, we could have gotten more than just 2 runs out of that inning. I mean, I was pretty disappointed. That's all we got. And even with Alec Boehm and Bryce Harper getting on, we couldn't got. I mean, it's just like we could have gotten so much more out of this game. It's just disappointing. That's all we got. As you take a look at Chase Anderson's start, 3 2/3, 3 hits, 4 runs, all 4 earned, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts, 2 home runs allowed. As his ERA now climbs to 3.38. It just goes to show you how good he's been in spring training. He just ran into some trouble today. Not really the end of the world. Allowed those 2 home runs to one of them being Aki Badu. I mean, a very very good young player on that Detroit Tigers team. He has a lot of promise. He's shown a lot of promise. But I was pretty disappointed today in Chase Anderson. But once again, it's not the end of the world. Sam Coonrad, this guy's looked fantastic. Nice clean inning today. He was very, very good. And George Romero, another guy. I mean, this bullpen, as I keep talking about, ladies and gentlemen, it's just kind of ironic. The irony in this Philly spring training so far. I mean, our offense, we're hitting around like 214 as a team. And, look how good this pitching staff has been. I mean, look how good the bullpen is. We all went in expecting the offense to be something spectacular. And then it's actually been the other way around. The pitching has been much better. It's just like the irony. The irony behind it is insane. Hector Rondon did allow 2 hits today. Hector Rondon, he's kind of been a little hot and cold. I like what I've seen out of Brian Mitchell, even though he did allow that earned run today. Ramon Rousseau, he just continues to deal. Still has not allowed a run this spring training, but Sam Coonrad, Archie Bradley. I mean, I'd love to see a lot of these guys. Brandon Kinsler as well. We're going to get into something. JT Muto was originally scheduled to start this game at DH, batting third. And Bryce Harper ended up DHing. Bryce Harper was actually not supposed to be in this game. Bryce Harper actually took his place. Bryce Harper was actually scheduled to get the day off today. Probably going to see him get the day off tomorrow, especially since it's a road game. 6:05 start tomorrow against the New York Yankees. JT Muto was supposed to play this game today, but due to some soreness, they sent him back. And this is great, though. I know he didn't play today, but the fact that we were this close to seeing JT play was amazing. He went to Joe Girardi. He said, "I have some soreness. I have some everyday soreness. I mean, I just can't play today." That's apparently what happened. Joe said, "Of course, we're not gonna have you get hurt." So actually, Scott's in the lineup. Put Harpy in there instead. I completely understand that. Do what you gotta do. I don't have any problem with that. I mean, play it safe. Play it safe. I have no problem with that. So guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Please subscribe. Yeah. Please show notification bell. Please like this video. Comment on this video. Share this video. Check out the social media link description section. And Phillies House of Instagram, TikTok, Instagram, card text 267-225-3392. Email me, phillieshouseof@gmail.com. New York Yankees, 6:35. The first pitch tomorrow, George M. Steinbrenner Field. Aaron Nola, who's struggled a little bit this spring training, 0-2 with a 10.360 ERA going against Tyone. He is 1-0 with he has not allowed a run this spring training so far. He has a 0 ERA. So guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Phillies lose 5-3 to the Tigers today. JT, hopefully we'll see him soon. Once again, guys, thanks so much for watching. I, Luke, and I'll talk to you later. I'll see you tomorrow.